Hi, this is Seth David for the Sleater Group, and I want to welcome you to why you should be on Cloud9 every day of your life. Because you deserve to be happy. And sometimes, especially if you're in the business world, your happiness depends on how quickly and efficiently you're able to get things done. So now, let's talk about something for a minute, because I've been reviewing a number of applications, and if you have caught the video that I had done with Doug talking about the roadshow and talking about some of these applications in general, and what leads us to get behind an application. If you remember, Doug talked about how it's important to scrutinize carefully before you get behind a company, because especially when you're dealing with a service like what I'm about to show you with respect to Cloud9 real-time, you want to make sure, as Doug talked about it, that it's going to be a company that's going to be there for a while, because we're about to get married to this, right? I'm about to bring all my files over. I'm about to start running all my applications off of Cloud9 real-time service, off of the internet. And if I'm going to do that, I want to make sure that I'm making a commitment to a company that can make their commitment back into me. In other words, I don't want to have to find out in a year from now that they're going out of business and I have to go find another service. And so that's what I've come to understand deeply now, after having had this experience. And of course I'm grateful to Doug for this, that I get to see now firsthand why Doug chooses the companies that he chooses. I had the opportunity to meet Robert Chandler at the LA Roadshow. And after having met Robert Chandler, I got to see more directly firsthand an example of why Doug got behind a company like Cloud9 Real-Time. I got to hear a little bit about Robert's past, about what brought him to create Cloud9 Real-Time, what his experience was, what his background is. And the bottom line is, I now feel that much more comfortable about using a service like this myself, because I have confidence that this is a company that's not going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, they're just going to keep getting better and better as time goes on. So how does this work? What does this mean? And I have to be honest, in my opinion, one of the downfalls of hosting solutions, especially in terms of how they kind of pitch their services to accountants, is they pitch it as though it's just a way to host QuickBooks in the cloud. The problem with that thinking is that we put people in the mindset that the cost that we're incurring for a service like this is solely dedicated to hosting one application. And the reality is, as you can see here from this dashboard that I've got logged into, there's a lot more to this than just QuickBooks. Yes, I can run QuickBooks Enterprise. I can run QuickBooks Premier. I'm sure I could run QuickBooks Pro if I needed to. Okay, I've got Bill.com here. You've seen me review that application as part of the roadshow already. I can run Excel natively right off the web. And it's the full version of Excel. One of the things I wanted to kind of test, and it's asking me to log in again, so let me just do that real quick. That should do the trick. The concern I have when I look at something like this is, will it run exactly, is it really the same exact version that I'm running locally on my desktop? And yes, it is. You're looking at Excel right now. One of the things I did to sort of test this theory, just to be certain, was I went to customize the ribbon to make sure I can include this developer tab. It's not there by default. So I just took it out because on a previous run through I had added it in. But if I right click, customize the ribbon here, check it off, there's a developer tab. This is important to me because I like to record macros in Excel, and in order to do that I need the developer tab. So this is the kind of thing that I thought, if there was going to be anything missing from it, this might certainly be one thing that would be missing. It's not missing, there's nothing missing. You are running the full version of Excel. You're just running it off their service, off their server. And they're using a remote desktop connection to connect with you on whichever computer you're on. And one of the things that I thought was pretty cool about this is when I click here to browse the cloud files, you can see it's got my own local folders mapped right here. And so watch this. I thought this was pretty cool because I was thinking, all right, so how do I get my files up there? Is it easy? Can I do it quickly? Right? This is one of the things. So I'm going to pull this off screen for a minute so I can browse to a kind of a sample folder that I'm going to use. And then I'll show you just how easy it is to bring a file over, because it is extremely, extremely easy. Extremely. Okay, so here's the folder that I browsed to. This is local on my computer. You can see it's C drive on NerdVio, right? So now what I do is I come back over here to my dashboard, click Cloud Files again, and it opens up another instance of Windows. And right on their server, you can see it's a demo account, Demo 51. There's Seth's test files. So let's go bring up the other folder. And so this is local on my computer. This is up in the cloud. Click, drag, drop. In 2 seconds, the file's up there. Now, granted, this is a small file, so of course it's going to copy quickly. But the bottom line is it's very easy to start transferring your files once you're set up here from your local computer to the cloud. And what are some of the benefits? You know, like I said, I now understand why, you know, what Doug means when he talks about carefully scrutinizing these companies. You want to make sure it's a service that's going to be around. To me, with Cloud9, that's definitely a benefit of Cloud9. This is a company you can count on being around for a little while. They've been around already for a little while. What are the benefits? Now you can have all your files in the cloud, which means you can say goodbye to backups, say goodbye to Carbonite. You don't need Dropbox. You don't need any of these other file sharing services because you can share everything. You can host every single file that you own on the cloud. And as you can see, you can easily log in and get access to your files. Next, it's like having your own computer anywhere you go. You can come to my house and you can get access to your computer. Not only that, but let's say you like your iPad. Well, with your iPad, using your browser, you can actually run these applications. If I just have an iPad, I can't install Excel on an iPad and open up and run files. But if I'm using Cloud9, I most definitely can do that. There's no question. So any place where you have access to the internet can instantly become your computer. All you've got to do is log into your Cloud9 system. Okay, a couple of things to be aware of. You can't use Chrome, you can't use Firefox. It runs in Internet Explorer. Important to note. Now, we've got QuickBooks. Boy, do we have QuickBooks. So I can run QuickBooks right here off the cloud. Okay, here it is. I'll click OK. Okay, it wants me to set up a company file. Let me cancel this. Okay, and let's just open a quick sample company file. And QuickBooks is going to do its thing. And as you can see, you're watching it happen right on my screen. It's no different than running it locally on my computer. I'm running QuickBooks in the cloud. So for you accounting professionals out there, this is great because guess what I can do? I can set up a portal for my clients. They have a lot of services specifically aimed at accounting professionals. I can set up login portals. I can host all my clients' QuickBooks files in the cloud and let them come in and access their file this way. But again, just to kind of show you what we're looking at here, this is no different than running QuickBooks locally on my computer. And it runs, my concern always is, does it run seamlessly? Is there going to be a delay? As you can see, there's no delay. I want to go to my Customer Center. Boom, Customer Center comes right up. No delay, no problems running QuickBooks in the cloud. And as you can see, I've got a lot of applications here that I can run. Here's the other cool thing, especially again going back to the benefits for accounting professionals. I can use their e-dashboard to set up workflow, e-box, and client processes, and I can set things up specifically for different clients. So this is a really nice feature because then once I'm in here, I can just access all of the Excel files that I have for this particular client. Right? I can go to an inbox. Okay, this is I haven't gotten this deep into it yet, but I'm going to guess that I can provide a way for clients to upload files and they'll wind up here in the inbox so that they can be renamed and then filed in the appropriate place. Or maybe it's just meant to be a place where I stick my documents before they're renamed, my scans. But the point being that this gives you a very nice dashboard that you can use that makes it easy to manage your files. And again, they're all in the cloud. You can access them anywhere, anytime. When I saw Robert Chandler speak at the LA Roadshow, he talked about how, and he kind of was talking in general and being fair, that if you're going to look into a service like this, there are some important questions you should ask. One of them should be something having to do with a downtime agreement. There was a more technical name for it that he referred to. I don't remember what that is. But the point of it was you want to make sure that as part of the agreement the service offers that you're looking into, that they have something about what happens if the service goes down. And he talked about, redundant backups. That if something happened, if one of their servers goes down, what will likely happen when you're logged into your Cloud9 account is the screen will flash for a second, and in another second everything will come right back up because they have the redundancies of the backup. So if one server goes down, the next one kicks in, no problems. This is what you want to make sure you can find in a service like this. And again, it's not just about hosting QuickBooks. It's so much more than that, and that's what's so important to understand. Because if it's just to host QuickBooks alone, then the pricing may get a little steep. But when you consider all the other things that you can do with this, the fact that you can pretty much take every single document that you own or ever work in and put it in the cloud so you can access it anywhere, anytime, including using it on an iPad and a tablet, then to me that's powerful. To me that's a pretty compelling reason to consider signing up for a service like Cloud9 Real-Time. And as far as that goes, like I've been saying with all of these applications I've been looking at, just click right here, come to cloud9realtime.com, click right here where it says try for free. Try it out. Play with it. Look at the features this thing has. There's so much more here than I could ever cover in one short video, so I'm sure I'll be doing more. But I wanted to at least give you a taste of what this is all about and how easy and seamless it is to work off the cloud and do all the things you're already accustomed to doing on your desktop. This is why the cloud is the future, because this is the direction everything is going. This is how things are going to get done. So you can get on board now or you can get on board later. Especially if you're an accounting professional, I would get on board now so that you can be the leader for your clients and make sure that you're guiding your clients in the right direction into the future with today's technology to create the efficiencies, to increase profits, and enjoy more free time if that's what you want. As always, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you on the web.